What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today we're doing another top 5 songs of May this time. So I'm going to rank my favorite songs of May out of the 12 that I listened to again, which makes sense because I usually post 3 days a week. And then there's 4 weeks in a month, so makes sense. That's math right there. That's math. If you're new to the channel and just maybe watching this type of video for the first time, or you didn't watch the last one, super casual. I just want to talk as I'm literally getting my footrest ready so I can get comfortable. It's just super casual, just talking about the songs that I listen to and why the top 5 is my top 5. And actually this month, I was going to do only top 3. Because I just felt like, you know what, there were only really 3 that really stuck out to me. So I'm going to do a top 5 though, just to keep it mixed up and just to keep it consistent. So we're going to stick with the top 5 situation. But yeah, top 5 songs of April. If you missed that one, my favorite song of April that I listened to was Demi Borger, Gateways. That was just a out of left field Patreon recommendation that I had never heard before, obviously, and I was like, holy this song is good. This song is good. I listened to it on repeat so many times, and that was my favorite song of April of all time. My first one of all time, of all that month. I will maybe do a top 5 of the year. That would be really difficult, but I can try. So today we are going to be ranking 12 songs. Technically only 10, I guess. So what I did last time was I just ranked the songs that were brand new to me. So actually I take that back, it's only 9. Because I do listen to Patreon recommendations that are, or just my own recommendations or my own songs that I want to listen to. I listen to songs that I've heard before, but not the live version, and especially in the prime of that band or singer or whoever it is. For example, Metallica. You know, Metallica is my favorite band of all time. I've got the Metallica box set back here. I got Led Zeppelin here. But I listened to the Moscow Show, 2 of the songs from the Moscow Show, and it's just so effing good. So we have that situation this month as well. So the 12 songs that I listened to were Electric Callboy, We Got the Moves, Lisa Garage, Pearl Jam, Why Go, the Osborne Brothers, Rocky Top, Sleep Token, Damocles, Sleep Token, Look to Windward, Old Dominion, One Man Band, Love Bites, Raise Some Hell, Sleep Token, The Summoning, Electric Callboy, Reverie, The Who, Won't Get Fooled Again, and then Epica, Fight to Survive. So those were the 12 songs that I listened to. And I have already, these would go automatically in my top 5, which is why I don't include them. Pearl Jam, Why Go, The Who, Won't Get Fooled Again, and okay, I guess it's just 2 songs. I thought it was 3 songs that I listened to. A live version of the song I already knew, but I guess it's just 2. Okay, so that works out. So I'm ranking 10 of them then instead. So let's do it. My top 5. And for future reference and just to put it out there, I would like to eventually do maybe a monthly stream or just a stream every once in a while on this channel, so we can just exclusively talk for however long it ends up being about music and music recommendations and just how the channel's been going so far, just stuff like that, and just chat and get to know one another, especially if you haven't checked out any of my other channels yet and you're mostly just on the reaction channel here. I would love to do a music live stream on this channel. I don't think I'd be able to listen to any of the music unless I wanted all the copyright strikes ever, but I would love to do just just chatting with you guys and just to get to know everybody and talk about music, because that's one of my favorite things to do whenever I'm streaming on Twitch or on my other YouTube channel, LizXP. Half of the just chatting time before we jump into a game is about music. It's usually video games, life stuff, and then music. So I would love to have just a dedicated time to talk about music. I think that'd be so fun. Anywho, I will definitely let you guys know if that happens and when that happens, so you have plenty of a heads up. I can't speak English today apparently either. So anyway, let's get into it. So number 5 is going to be the Osborne Brothers, Rocky Top. So the reason why I decided to go ahead and go with the top 5 was because I wanted to mix it up a little bit with the type of songs and the genres that I have in my top 3, because I will say the top 3 doesn't have a lot of variety, so I wanted to do a top 5 for that situation. So the Osborne Brothers, Rocky Top, it was a Patreon recommendation, and this particular person that recommended that song knew that I loved bluegrass, and I'm not a huge country music lover, to be honest. Like, I'm not a huge country music fan. I don't know, like I like early 2000s country, like Shania Twain. I don't think they're called the Dixie Chicks anymore, but the Dixie Chicks. And just like those kinds of vibes, like the early 2000s, late 90s vibes of country. And then way over, I love bluegrass. So if I am going to listen to country, it's going to be some sort of fun bluegrass or like the nostalgic 2000s country for me. So this one was super duper fun, really loved it, and it's about Rocky Top, Tennessee, and I just love the way bluegrass sounds. I love the instruments. I love how homey and like country and like homegrown it is, I guess. I don't know what phrase I'm trying to think of, but it's just like just so down to earth, I guess, as well. It's not overly synthesized or mixed or anything like that. It's just like you get what you get pretty much, and I just love that about bluegrass in particular. So yeah, that one's gonna be my number 5, Mambo number 5, the Osborne Brothers, Rocky Top. Number 4 is gonna be another Patreon recommendation. I tried to get to a lot of Patreon recommendations this month. I think I did like 2 weeks of Patreon only for all 3 videos for the week. Because I want to give my special thank yous to my amazing Patreon members. And I also just want to make sure I'm getting caught up and staying caught up. I'm going to make a better process for recommendations in the future as well. So I hope to do that very soon, hopefully this summer, sometime this summer. And that way it makes it a little bit easier for me to keep track of, as well as like let you guys give me recommendations, and then the list continues to grow without me having to like manually type it in. So I got to figure that out. But I want to improve that in the future. And then I can get to all the other recommendations as well that I haven't been able to get to yet. So it's been so fun. Definitely plenty to listen to for sure. So number 4 is Epica, Fight to Survive. Do 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 do. Yeah, I really like that one. It was like there was definitely so many different parts of it, which I thought was so cool. And her voice was amazing. And then of course my favorite part of that song was the heavy, like 20 to 30 seconds, if that, of like the heavy boom, like I love the breakdowns, as you guys know, if you know me and you've watched the videos before. Like I'm always a sucker for a little bit of screaming, a little bit of that like growly kind of parts, and the breakdown parts too, where it just gets really heavy. I always love that. So Epica, Fight to Survive was another really good one that I'd never heard before. So I'm excited to listen to more of Epica as well, because I have had other recommendations from them. So I'd love to check them out. And I feel like they would probably be really good live as well. And I think someone mentioned that too in the comments. So I've been really behind with comments as well, so I really apologize about that. It's been a busy few months for sure. Oh my goodness. If you want to know more about just IRL stuff and just things going on, I stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then on YouTube on my LizXP channel, I stream every Wednesday, usually between Fallout 4 and Skyrim. So, but either way, we always start with just chatting at the beginning, so we can talk about music and stuff like that, and just everything. But yeah, it's been busy lately, that's for sure. So I'm surprised I actually got 12 videos. Anyway, let me stop blabbing. This is why I say these videos are super casual, because I might get distracted and start talking about something else for a minute, and then I talk about the next thing, and then I talk about something else. So anyway, number 3 is Electric Callboy, We Got the Moves. We Got the Moves. That was such a fun video and such a fun song, of course, too. And that one was definitely like one that would get me pumped up for stream, or just pumped up for the day and just like ready to get going. And the video was just so amazing as well. Of course, they always have really either ridiculous videos or just silly videos. Always amusing, I guess is what we could say. And I love the bowl cuts, and I loved the baby hands. And I talked about it a little bit more in that specific video, why I love the baby hands. So I have a little soft spot for the baby hands, the little baby hand stick things. Anyway, so number 3 is Electric Callboy, We Got the Moves. And number 2 is Sleep Token, The Summoning. And that was one of my, Sleep Token got a lot of attention this month for sure, in May. With Damocles, Look to Windward, and The Summoning, because they just kept releasing new songs, and I'm trying to keep up, and it's ridiculous. And I haven't listened to any more Ghost as well, like of their new album Skeleta, and I love Ghost so much, so I gotta get on that as well. And that's another thing I would really love to do, is just like a whole album reaction. I know those are usually longer, and I haven't done one before, and I think it would be fun to either start with, it would probably be Ghost first, and then Sleep Token's new album. I think that would be really fun to do. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I will have some time where I can actually sit down and listen to the full album uninterrupted, so that way I can really enjoy it. So hopefully that will be coming soon. So Sleep Token, The Summoning was one of their older songs that I listened to that was highly recommended to me, and I just love it. Love it so much. I love, sorry about my arm thing, my armrest. I love just, again, Sleep Token, I'm used to it now a little bit with their like having multiple kind of sounds and things going on in the song. It's not like the same thing going throughout. They have a lot of like change ups, different instruments, piano, violin or something, like guitar, drums, all the usual stuff as well. So I just love like the electronic parts too. Anyway, the electronic parts too. So The Summoning was like an amazing mix of all of that, and it had like the heavy breakdown part, and then it had like that drawn out ending where it was like, okay, is this about to be done or what's going on? And then he totally switches it up and makes it all like slow and sultry, and oh, it's just so good, so good. I would probably say that's my favorite of the Sleep Token songs that I've listened to so far. And I've had some really good recommendations where those who have recommended those songs to me have said that they're good and heavy songs, like older heavy songs. So I will probably love them a lot. But yeah, I would probably say Caramel is my favorite of the newer ones, and then The Summoning is my favorite of all of the Sleep Token songs I've listened to so far, which I think has been like 6 songs or something like that. So number 2 was Sleep Token, The Summoning, and it beat out the other 2 just because I felt like, I don't know, I just didn't connect and get hooked on Damocles or Look to Windward as much. They were still good songs, but The Summoning was the one that I listened to on repeat. Okay, for first place, my top song, my favorite song that I listened to in May. I'll give you a second to guess, now that we've done 4 of them. Which one do you think it is? It can't be The Who or Pearl Jam. I'll give you a moment. It was another Electric Callboy song, Electric Callboy Reverie. That song is so good. It was my first time actually being able to listen to a brand new song the first like week that it dropped, and it's been one of my favorites so far for sure. I just like that it still has their, more like the poppy kind of parts of Electric Callboy that I already know and love, but then it had like the heavier parts as well, and it felt like a more like serious and mature song as well, especially even with like the lyrics alone and like the meaning of the song, but just overall the sound of it as well was just like a lot more mature and dark as well, like a little bit I was joking, I think in the video, like an emo era of Electric Callboy, and I just loved it. I'm here for it 100%. So loved Reverie, and that one has been every single day I listen to it, every single day. Love it. Every time I get ready for stream or whatever, I'm listening to that one. So that is my number 1, Electric Callboy Reverie, and I can't wait for more songs from them. And I don't know if they have any other newer songs that have just come out recently, but I guess that might mean, is there going to be a new album, or did they already drop a new album and I just don't know? I got to find some time to like really dig a little bit deeper into some of these bands. Like Sleep Token, I would definitely love to know more about with like their band members, the singer, you know, what's the like the mystery about them and everything. So I'd love to get into them a little bit more. And then also Electric Callboy, since I've been listening to them so much, and they're definitely one of my top favorites. Top favorite new bands, that new to me at least, that I've listened to on the channel, that I would love to know more about, as in like their whole like just backstory and everything, and their band members and everything like that as well. So look to those in the future, possibly, you know, Sleep Token, Electric Callboy, a little bit more of a diving deep, kind of like what I did with Ghost. In the very first Ghost reaction video, I talked about it, but you know, Ghost, I went and saw them at like the Rock on the Range at the time in Columbus, Ohio, and I was like, who are these people? What is this? What's happening? I'm so confused, you know. I didn't know what like his mask was all about. I was like, is that his real face? Is that just like a mask? What is this? And then I became hooked on them, and you know, watched so many of their like interviews and stuff like that, and more about their backstory, and I listened to like every single song that I could, all the albums on repeat for months and months and months. So I want to kind of do something similar. Maybe not, I won't have as much time to do that like I did with Ghost at the time that I was hooked on them, but I would like to just know a little bit more of a background of some of these bands that I've been really liking. So anyway, so that's another thing for the future. So full album reaction, hopefully, possibly a live stream where we can just talk about music. And I don't think we can listen to music on stream, but maybe on the Twitch side we can do some song suggestion streams or something. And then, yeah, some diving deeper into some of these bands just to know a little bit more of a backstory and stuff like that. So some things to look forward to. And of course, the next month's top 5 songs of that month in particular. I know everyone's looking forward to it. I do. I think it's fun. I like talking about this. I kind of like going back and breaking them down again, and just, especially, you know, it takes more than one listen for me a lot of times. Like, there's definitely been a handful of songs where I listen to it once and I'm just like, it's all right, it's okay. There's some that I get hooked on right away, so I want to make sure I give them plenty of a chance and just kind of process everything, listen to them again, and then give my final thoughts really at the end of the month or at the start of the new month. So I'm excited. I'm enjoying these. Thank you so much for even watching. If you watched all the way through, thank you so much for just being awesome. Which songs were your favorite? If you listened to every single one of them, especially, thank you so much. But which song would be your favorite? You can include The Who and Pearl Jam if you want as well. But like I said, they would have been automatically in the top 5. So it wasn't fair to the new songs, you know? So yeah, let me know which songs that you would have picked as your number 1, and comment down below any suggestions that you have, and I will try to get to them as soon as possible. And like I said, I'm gonna hopefully update the suggestion process to make it a little bit easier, a little bit more straightforward and simple. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it. It takes 2 seconds and it really helps a lot. And a huge thank you as always to my Patreon members. Thank you anyone that's come over to the Twitch streams or checked out the gaming videos on my LizXP channel. I'm having so much fun. I'm so thankful for all of our communities all over YouTube and over on Twitch as well. Like, our community is the best. I'm so thankful, and it's gonna be an amazing summer. So excited for the summer. Summer is my favorite, so it's gonna be awesome. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you on the next reaction video. Have a good one. Bye.